Hey, Andrew, what's up, buddy? Hey, Sadie. Just woke up eating some Panera. Okay. You guys just do not want to go to Twitter, do you? You just don't want to go to Twitter and like my shit. Every fucking day I gotta ask you guys this shit. Care to expand on that? Yes. I'm responding to someone on Twitter right now. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation, it looks like, with somebody about climate change on Twitter. That's good. The oil has been purging. I put it in front of I almost said microwave, in front of the hair dryer. And it is getting a little thicker. Less alcohol smell. I tried to light it on fire and it wouldn't light on fire. So the alcohol's almost out of it. It's still not completely purged though, because I can still smell some in there. So I'm just going to let it keep evaporating. So this guy, Socialism for All, who is at Socialism S4A, he's got 5,738 followers on Twitter. Wow. But that's because he's following 6,301. I can't even imagine what that feed is like to follow 6,000 people. Oh my God, what a disaster that would be. So many fucking crazy tweets and bullshit. I'm down to like 490. I'm following 490 people. It's pretty good. God, tell me she doesn't say "to be clear" again. I'm so sick of this cunt saying this.
To agree, the government should. You don't have to abandon your faith, whatever that might be. To agree, the government should not be making that decision for women.
Your faith says not to, you dumb fucking cunt bitch. You fucking idiot. Kamala Harris.
Let people make the most intimate decisions that are about what I call heart and home, which includes contraception.
You can ignore your religion and Jesus Christ and the teachings of Jesus if you want to be a politician.
When you look back...
Oh really? Is that what Jesus told you, you fucking dumb cunt?
Congressional leaders to not codify Roe v. Wade.
That would kill my vibe. Andrew, what would kill your vibe?
To be very honest with you, I do believe that
Past Democratic presidents, congressional leaders to not codify Roe v. Wade.
Did she say "to be clear" again?
I think that, to be very honest
Oh,
with
to be
you,
very honest.
I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled. Certain issues are just settled.
Clearly we're not.
No, that's right, and that's why I do believe that we are living, sadly, in real unsettled
God, she's an idiot.
times.
Oh my God, she is a blithering idiot. She's a blithering idiot. I don't know what blithering means, but she's it. Okay, Google. Blithering definition.
Here's the definition of blithering. Informal. Complete.
Annoyance.
Letters used to express
Yeah.
annoyance or contempt.
Yeah. Contempt. Yeah, I have a lot of contempt for that dumb cunt bitch. And I just fucking hate listening to her speak, because it's all bullshit. If you go through that word by word, I mean, you'll see it doesn't even make sense. You know, nothing that woman ever said made sense anyway. And she just hopes people are just so happy that she's a woman of color and powerful, and she's shattering glass ceilings. That's what's important. But I've got something that you guys all need to see, okay? All 8 of you this morning that are here, let me hear from you. Now, once again, I'm going to ask you guys, please go to Twitter. Please follow @NaysGarden on Twitter. And please retweet all my tweets and go to the column that says tweets and replies and like and comment and retweet all of those as well. Okay, there's 2 columns there. I need you guys to go through both. Okay, it would be great. Take a second of your lives and do that for me, okay? In the meantime, you got to see this video. It's fucking psychotic. Why did we even vote in Biden as president? Why? Because Donald Trump is a douchebag and we couldn't stand him. That's why. That's why. Good enough reason. I mean, yeah. I'd rather have Biden in there than Trump. Actually, I would. I would. You know, Trump ruined his own reputation. He wouldn't shut the fuck up on Twitter. He wouldn't stop attacking people. He almost started World War III twice. He fucking lied, I think, 70,000 times while president of the United States. That's why, Andrew Hay. That's why. Because our president was a fucking liar and an enormous man-child that acted like a fucking spoiled bitch, cunt motherfucker. That's why, Andrew Hay. Do you remember now, buddy? It was only 2 years ago, bro. It wasn't that long ago. You know, when you put someone like that in, you end up getting another asshole, you know, to replace him. You should have never put fucking Trump in there in the first place. You know, now no one matters at this point. It doesn't matter as long as it's not Trump. And that's true! I'd rather have a fucking shoe sitting in that Oval Office than Donald Trump. I'd feel safer. An old shoe with no laces on it that smells bad would be better than fucking Donald Trump. How is that for expressing myself? Was that good? Is that good enough? We lost 2 Trump supporters in my chat. Good. Fuck you. Go fuck off, you fucking Trump-loving cunts. Fuck off. Anybody else? Any sane people in here? I'm not saying you have to support Joe Biden either. I'm just saying it was obviously a better choice than the fucking previous douchebag. What's the topic this morning? I'm about to bring it up for you. It's the title is U.S. is not a democracy, and this is what you guys have to see.
The last few years, I've had this sense that everything I learned as a kid about how America's government works is completely wrong. But I had no idea how bad things actually were until I saw this one graph. Researchers at Princeton University looked at more than 20 years worth of data to answer a pretty simple question. Does the government represent the people?
Okay, so that's what's being addressed. Does the government represent the people? Okay, that's the question that's being asked. Does your representatives represent you? Do your representatives represent you? That's the question that's being asked. Yeah, I don't support Biden, but I understand your point. Oh, so Andrew, hey, you support Donald Trump? You support Donald Trump, Andrew Hay? Let me know. Let me know.
This is what they found. This axis here represents public support for any given idea. On the left at 0% are ideas that not a single American wants. On the right at 100% are ideas that everyone supports.
Okay, keep up with this.
This axis represents the likelihood of Congress passing a law that reflects any of these ideas, from a 0 to a 100% chance.
Okay, just so you're not lost here, the bottom left to right is a lot of support for something that we want here in the United States, or 0 support for something that we don't want, right? Like being silenced on social media. Nobody wants that. you know? Or a ministry of truth. Nobody wanted that shit. You only like Trump for the gas price? So, you're okay with drilling all over the fucking world so that you don't have to pay so much. You're okay with oil spills. You're okay with fucking what happened with the Exxon Valdez. You're okay with what happened with the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. You're okay with the giant fucking oil spill in the middle of the goddamn United States, pipeline oil spill. You're okay with fucking running pipelines all over the country so that you don't have to pay so much for gas. And that's what makes Donald Trump better for you? I totally get it. I totally get it. That's probably why Donald Trump's gonna fucking win again, because of idiots like you. Who, you know, your fucking big concern is how much money it costs you to put fucking gas in your fucking stupid gas tank. And that's what you're gonna base your fucking decision on. Like most Americans do. Hey man, it's the economy, I get it. But you're still an asshole. You know, anybody that supports Donald Trump, you know, the fact that you say you like Trump for anything means you're a fucking douchebag. All right, he's a racist cunt, and so are you. I don't care what the fuck you say about your gas price. You're a fucking racist because you support a racist. Are we clear? I want to be perfectly clear when I say this. You're a fucking racist, and you're a dumb cunt too. Fuck you. God, I hate people that support Donald Trump, and I hate people that support Joe Biden. I hate them both equally. I'm an equal opportunity fucking hater. Fucking hate all of you duopoly cunts. Thank you, Kenneth. Oh, and fuck
an
Biden
ideal
too.
republic would look like
fuck
this.
Trump and fuck Biden. You
If
gotta say to
50%
both
of the
them.
public supports
You're
an
gonna pick
idea,
one over
there's a
the other
50% chance
over
of
your
it.
fucking precious gas tank. Really? Oh, you hate them both. Well, you said you like Trump. You said I only like Trump. You know, for the gas price, but you like Trump. That's what you said, buddy. So
Coming law.
understand, if you like Trump for any reason, you're a fucking cunt. Okay? You're a fucking cunt. Fuck you, fuck Trump, and fuck your fucking precious gas prices. Get a fucking electric car. You know, if you have to like some racist cunt so that you don't have to pay as much in the gas. I'd rather pay more money and not have Trump. How about that? You know what? Most Americans are probably happier paying more for gas as long as we don't have to listen to fucking Trump's fat fucking mouth anymore. Seriously. I don't want to hear it for 4 more fucking years. So over that cunt.
80% of us support something, there's an 80% chance. You get the idea. Now, most Americans would probably agree that, with a few exceptions,
My family made me choose Trump over Biden. Yeah, so how's that helping your family now that Biden's president? How'd that work out for you, buddy? Yeah, so now everybody knows you're a racist cunt. You don't have your fucking precious low gas prices. Wow, it's just lose-lose for you, Andrew, right? Lose-lose. Lose-lose, bro.
as close to this ideal as possible. Unfortunately, the way
Dude, I would pay more too if it meant no more fucking Donald Trump. Absolutely. I'd pay fucking $10 a gallon of gas. And I laugh my ass off at not having to hear fucking Donald Trump's fat cunt going off every fucking day. Fuck him. You know, I'm glad Joe Biden is demented, so I don't have to hear his fucking demented ass talking all the time. I'm glad. I don't want to hear from these motherfuckers. The quieter they are, the happier I am.
actually works doesn't even come
Sorry,
close.
I'm having a hard time getting
Take
this
an
figured
idea that nobody supports, literally nobody, and it has about a 30% chance of becoming federal law.
out. Like, you know, Ministry of Truth. Nobody wants that, but it had a 30% chance of passing, right?
Now, take an incredibly popular idea. The most popular idea this country has ever seen, and there's also about a 30% chance of it becoming law.
Now, what is something in America that everybody agrees on, that everybody wants? How about freedom of speech? You know, something like that. Freedom of speech, that's what everybody wants, and you still have a 30% chance. Are you catching on yet?
This means that
Billy Bong's laughing because he's not the one being assassinated today in the chat.
the number of American voters for or against any idea has no impact on the likelihood that Congress will make it law. Put another way, and I'm just going to quote the Princeton study directly here, the preferences of the average American appear to have only a minuscule, near zero, statistically non-significant impact upon public policy. So if you've ever felt like your opinion doesn't matter and that the government doesn't really care what you think, well, you're right. But there's a catch. This flat line only accounts for the bottom 90% of income earners in America. Economic elites, business interests, people who can afford lobbyists, they get their own line. Look at how much closer their line is to the ideal. When they want something, the government is much more likely to do it.
So what they're telling you is that when corporations and rich people like Elon Musk want laws passed, they get like a regular healthy line of attention to their problems. They get their laws passed and they get everything they fucking want. While people with no money like us, people that can't afford fucking lobbyists, people that aren't corporations and telling the government what to do, you get nothing. That's what they're trying to tell you is a democracy.
Don't, they have the power to completely block it from happening, no matter how much the rest of the country supports it.
What's a kleptocracy? I forgot what that was. Didn't we look that up? I forgot what a kleptocracy is. Kleptocracy definition.
Kleptocracy means a society or system ruled by people who use their power to steal their country's resources.
You know, so Joe Biden is calling Russia a kleptocracy even though he can't say the fucking word after 3 tries. But America is a kleptocracy too. It's run by the elite class. That's what this chart proves. So Joe Biden is a fucking liar and a cunt too. You know, I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm just here to out all the truths.
They get what they want, and guess who ends up paying for it?
Lee, I love what you say, but aren't you a fucking shit lib, bro? Aren't you a blue no matter who, Lee Spanner? Aren't you a Biden supporter? Let me know. I've had to unfollow you so many times on Twitter because you retweet and you like the stupidest people. Let me know. Are you still down with the kleptocracy, bro? You're a communist? Okay. I like that.
Pay for it with the most expensive healthcare in the world. We pay for it with a tax code that's a complete mess. We pay for it with internet that's slower and more
Hold on, I'll be right back, okay? Well, I've already seen this video, so I'll just let you guys watch it while I'm talking to my mom.
expensive, with wasteful spending, a floundering education system, a catastrophic drug war, and 1 in 5 American children born into poverty. Almost every major issue we face as a nation can be traced back to this graph. How does this happen? Well, just follow the money. Right now, it's perfectly legal to buy political influence in America. Here's how it works. Let's say a big bank wants a law that would force taxpayers to bail them out again if they repeat the exact same reckless behavior that crashed the global economy in 2008. Not exactly the most popular idea with the public, and Congress knows that. That should be the end of it. But that's where the money comes in. It's perfectly legal for our bank to hire a team of lobbyists whose entire job is to make sure that the government gives the bank what it wants. Then those lobbyists can track down members of Congress who regulate banks and help raise a ton of money for their re-election campaigns.
The last president who was good for the people was Jimmy Carter. Look him up. Go read about Jimmy Carter. He actually cared. He didn't drop a single bomb as president of the United States. He put solar panels on top of the White House. He was a good guy, man. He was a really good president, and people didn't like him because he wasn't a violent guy. He didn't look to solve all of America's problems with imperialism and war, and that's why Americans didn't like him. Because he was a peaceful guy. So fuck Americans. We got what we asked for. We got what we deserved. We ended up with Ronald Reagan, war hawks, Clintons, fucking Obamas, all the Republican war hawks, all of them. They're all cunts. All of them.
It's perfectly legal for those lobbyists to offer those same politicians million-dollar jobs at their lobbying
Ollie, thank
firm.
you.
Then those lobbyists can literally write the language of this new bailout law themselves
Kenneth,
and hand it
yes,
off to
Kenneth
the politician
Mitchell, yes.
they just buttered up with campaign money and lucrative job offers. And it's perfectly legal for those politicians to take the lobbyist-written language and sneak it through Congress at the last second. So now you've got a law that greatly benefits the banks, and the whole process can start over. This is how a bill becomes a law. A special interest hires some lobbyists, those lobbyists collect campaign contributions, offer jobs, and then write the laws that Congress then passes to help those same special interests. This happens every day on every single issue with politicians of both parties. In the last 5 years alone, the 200 most politically active companies in the United States spent $5.8 billion influencing your government. Those same companies got $4.4 trillion in taxpayer support. And that's trillion, with a T. And that's just the top 200. It's perfectly legal for those lobbyists to offer those same politicians million-dollar jobs at their lobbying firm. Then,
I'm sorry, you guys have to pay attention to this part. It's very important. This is where all those speeches that the Clintons and the Obamas and the Bushes go out and they give speeches at all these big forums and events, and these corporations have them come out and they give them $250,000 to speak, right? You want to know why someone is worth for 1 hour $250,000? That's how they're paying these people back for all the favors they did for them while they were in power. So just look no further than any politicians that are making, about $250,000, $250,000 per 1 hour speech after they leave office. Those are the criminals, and those are the motherfuckers that need to be put in prison today.
lobbyists can literally write the language of this new bailout law themselves and hand it off to the politician they just buttered up with campaign money and lucrative job offers. And it's perfectly legal for those politicians to take the lobbyist-written language and sneak it through Congress at the last second.
Sneak it through.
So now you've got a law that greatly benefits the banks, and the whole process can start over. This is how a bill becomes a law.
Cheers.
A special interest hires some lobbyists.
hour.
Those lobbyists
Ice
collect
cream truck.
campaign contributions, offer jobs, and then write the laws that Congress then passes to help those same special interests. This happens every day on every single issue with politicians of both parties. In the last 5 years alone, the 200 most politically active companies in the United States spent $5.8 billion influencing your government. Those same companies got $4.4 trillion in taxpayer support. And that's trillion, with a T. And that's just the top 200 companies. Never mind every other special interest, every union, every trade association, and every billionaire. Every single one of them can use their money to buy political influence. You know, there's this idea out there that this only became a problem after the Supreme Court Citizens United decision in 2010. But the data goes back almost 40 years, and the results are clear.
Holly, honey, it's on my Twitter feed. It's on my Twitter. If you would follow @NaysGarden, you would see everything that I play on this show is on my Twitter feed. Please follow @NaysGarden on Twitter. That link to this video is on my Twitter feed. I would love it if you would retweet my tweets. Please, Holly, retweet my tweets and like my tweets, and not just my tweets, but go to the tweets and replies column as well. You're not going to see my tweets if you follow me. You actually have to go to my Twitter channel, and you'll see all the tweets that I put up, and you'll see everything that gets ignored. You'll find incredible tweets there with 1 like, incredible tweets there with 0 retweets, and you're just going to be like, fuck Twitter after you go through my feed. You're going to be like, fuck Twitter. These motherfuckers are subverting Nay. And it's bullshit. He's making nothing but straight sense and shooting straight fire out of his fucking face. And these motherfuckers have him subverted like cunts that they are.
Corruption is legal in America.
Thank you, Holly.
And as long as it is, anyone who can spend money to buy political influence will. The solution here isn't rocket science. Make corruption illegal.
There you go.
We already know Congress won't do
Let's
it.
hear
I mean,
that.
one look at this.
Let's hear that a few
spend
times.
money to buy
Let's
political
hear that a few
influence will. The solution here isn't rocket science. Make corruption illegal. The solution here isn't rocket science. Make corruption illegal. The solution here isn't rocket science. Make corruption illegal. We all science. Make corruption illegal. Make corruption illegal. Make corruption illegal. Make corruption illegal.
My question is, how is corruption not illegal? You know? Jesus fucking Christ, we've got so much fucking corruption in this world. And we sit and we watch it. We had a corrupt president. You know, we have one that right now too. Corrupt Congress, corrupt fucking Supreme Court. They fucking lied to get in. You know, they skirted the truth, however you want to say it. How can we take it, man? Share this video around, okay? Not mine, of course, because I know you motherfuckers don't want to share my shit. But share this fucking video, okay? If you're going to share something, share this video around, all right? This will rouse some fucking people up. This will ruffle some feathers. You know, send this one to Lee Camp. Send this one to Ronnie Placone. Send it to Graham Elwood. You know, they'll take it and they'll run with it. Send it to fucking Jackson Hinkle. You know, Jimmy Dore. People with huge followings. I don't care. Send it to fucking that douchebag Sam Cedar. Fuck him. Send it to him. Send it to Ben Shapiro. Send it to Candace Owens. Send it to fucking Joe Rogan. Send it to the goddamn President of the United States and let him know that we know what they are. Send it to Kamala Harris and tell her she's a fucking cunt when you do it. Send him this video. You know? It's a good one. Get on Twitter and start fucking retweeting that shit.
I already know Congress won't do it. I mean, one look at this chart will tell you that. What we need is a plan that lets us go around Congress and do what the American people do best. Fix this mess ourselves. Well, good news. We have that plan and it's already working. Now that we've got the problem covered, let us show you how to be part of the solution.
There. www.represent.us. Represent us. They're not representing us. That's the perfect website address. Represent us. Do something. Do what we hired you to do. Stop this 30%, passing of what Americans want bullshit. And start getting closer to 100% of what Americans want. When you poll America and 75% are in agreement that cannabis should be legal, you need to fucking pass that shit. It's so simple, man. It's a very simple process. You listen, then you do what they tell you to do. They're the people, man. And if you're in there and you're thinking you want to do something different, then you took the wrong fucking job. You're not a representative. You're a misrepresentative. That's what you are. Is that a word? You're a misrepresentative of the United States people. That's what you are. Is that a word? Okay, Google. Misrepresentative. Definition. Okay, Google. Misrepresentative definition.
According to Merriam-Webster, 1. To give a false or misleading representation of usually with an intent to deceive.
Fucking A, dude. We don't have representatives, we have misrepresentatives. That shit's being tweeted right now. Represent. I spelled misrepresentative. Represent. Sent. How do you spell it? No, it says it's not a word. Misrepresentative is not a word. Represent. Is it tutive? Okay. Okay, Google. Representative definition. Tutive. I said titive because I'm only thinking about tits, not tats. Okay, we don't have representatives. We have misrepresentatives. I was thinking about tits instead of tats. The corruption in organized societies goes back before the Roman Empire and the powers that rule the world are beyond your view. Trump and Biden are actors. Yeah, I agree. To scream at the actors in a play is foolish. They are paid to play a role. Exactly. They are puppets. And it doesn't matter who the fucking president is. They all suck my dick. There's a lot of dick sucking going on over there. Presidential dick sucking. I was thinking about that literally this morning, how you vote for this person, vote for that person, and everything keeps doing the exact same thing that it was going to do no matter what. It doesn't matter if a Republican is president of the United States or a Democrat is. They wanted to overturn Roe v. Wade, and they did it. The Democrats helped them do it. Joe Biden helped them do it. Could have had Bernie Sanders, but you picked Joe Biden. You could have had the Jewish guy, but you picked the Catholic guy. Ladies, don't you know Catholics, ladies? Don't you know Catholics? Oh, well, let me explain it to you. Jews are okay with abortion. Catholics ain't. Class dismissed. You should have had that class before you fucking voted for a Christian or a fucking Catholic. I'm telling you, Donald Trump was serving Catholics while he was president. He might not have been a Catholic himself. I don't know what is he, a Protestant or something? He was serving the lunatics over there, like Jerry Falwell crowd. You know, the crazy motherfuckers. You could have had Bernie Sanders, but socialism, I'm so scared of socialism. How about you scared of fucking women's rights being taken away? You cuck bitches. We could have had nice things, man, but people like my mother were anti-social. Oh, he's a socialist. Oh, he's a sympathizer for Medicare for all. Crazy. The rhetoric that my mom spouted was straight mainstream media shit lib fucking blue no matter who 101. I mean, it still is. I'm working on her every day. You know what I showed my mom today? I showed her a video from Jimmy Dore's video where he shows the video of Fauci just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on masks. And I'm like, you see? And she's like, I never saw that before. I'm like, and he tortures dogs, Mom. That's what that whole Jimmy Dore show is about, by the way. It was a good upload. I watched it this morning. They have sued Fauci and he can no longer torture dogs. So instead he's going to torture rats. Because he's a cunt motherfucker. Joe Biden gave his Clarence Thomas. Joe Biden gave America herpes, dude. You know, and Donald Trump gave it syphilis. Okay, Google. Syphilis definition.
Here's the definition of it. Simple, easily understood or done, presenting no difficulty.
How hilarious was that? You dumb fucking bitch. It thought I said simplest. Okay, Google. Syphilis definition.
Here's the definition of syphilis. A chronic bacterial
ILIS.
disease
Oh,
contracted
I
by
put
infection during
ALIS.
sexual intercourse, but also congenitally by
Syphilis.
infection
It's
of the developing
syphilis.
fetus.
Why is the A still there? Biden gave America herpes and Trump gave it syphilis. Dude, my tweets are straight fire. I am the Poseidon of tweets. Surfing tweets like the Silver Surfer. It's too many, I mentioned too many sea-bearing superheroes, I think. I'm like fucking riding on a pair of dolphins like Aquaman. What? I like Poseidon, man. And when I'm in my creek, I'm Poseidon. That's what my neighbor came by yesterday. I was in the creek, right in the middle of the creek. And my neighbor, she's got a Great Dane. She's a very pretty woman. And she's very nice. I've known her for years. She used to be my neighbor years ago. And she's out walking her dog. She saw me in the creek, so she came up my driveway and she walked over with the Great Dane. You know, it's a very big dog. So it's just like, there ain't no hiding that. And we had a very nice conversation. And we talked, one of the things we talked about was what's going on with the economy, what's going on with gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto and stocks and shit like that. And, she isn't really aware of what's going on with the economy and shit. There's a lot of people out there that they're out riding horses and going to other countries, traveling around. They're going on trips and they're sailing around on boats. They're doing everything but reading a newspaper or watching the news. And man, it's like when you inform somebody of something that people on the internet, everyone's aware of, it's trending, your Facebook friends are all talking about it, whatever, and they're completely looking at you like with this deer in the headlights gaze as you tell them just the basic news. You realize, man, that's a huge, for people being ill-informed or uninformed in this country is a huge issue, because a lot of those people, they form opinions based on nothing, and then they go out and vote. And they choose our leaders, man. People that don't even know what's going on. I would say that the majority of people out there that vote don't know what's going on. That they're just pulling levers and filling in spaces. They're like, I don't know, I'm just gonna blah, blah, blah. They don't know. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And the people who do know what they're doing probably choose not to vote at all. Or just, they're just, you know what? I'm not even going to play a role in this charade anymore. And at what point you have to get people to realize what's going on, man, it makes my neck sore. I can feel it in the back of my neck. It's tense. Right here, man, right at the top of my spine. Just understanding what an enormous task it must be. Now, I've heard that if 5% of a population decides to make a change, it changes. And it only takes 5%, but you got to get 5%. So what's 5% of 300 million? Okay, Google. What's 5% of 300 million?
The answer is 15 million.
You got to get 15 million people, and you can do it. You get 15 million people all to agree in the United States, and you can fucking change it. That's all you got to do. You don't have to reach all these other people. You know? You don't have to reach the people that don't listen. There's enough people listening that know what's going on. All you have to do now is convince them. Our power just flickered. That was crazy. I wonder if the generator's on. Now my fan seems to be running a little faster. I don't know. Power just flickered. I wonder if that was the generator coming in. We've got this really nice generator. It's fucking crazy. Dude, I got a badass generator in California. Badass. This thing is like 5 times as big. It looks like it'd be on the side of a hospital, our generator. A lot of streamers I watch say cryptocurrency is a scam operation. Yeah, well, Lee, why are you watching those people? Why do you watch streamers that are lying to you? I'm kind of curious. So you're already admitting to my entire audience right now that you watch idiots. You literally watch podcasters who are idiots. And you know they're idiots, and you choose to watch them. And not only do you choose to watch them, but you watch them in mass. Because the first thing you said was, a lot of streamers I watch. Come on, Lee. Lee. Lee, we're gonna have to talk about your podcast diet. I think you're reachable. I think you're a blue no matter who Biden shit lib, bro. That's what I think you are. I don't know if you are, really. I don't. I'm guessing here. I think I remember a tweet that you put up or some people that you follow. Like you follow like people that are shit libs. Like you follow the squad or you follow some fucking shit libs, bro, on Twitter, something like that. It's something like that. Makes me think that you're like a Biden supporter. I could totally be wrong about that. But I think you're reachable, bro, because you're here. Like, I believed that Billy Bong Thornton was reachable. I had a conversation with him the other day, and he's like, yeah, bro, I'm coming around. I see what you're talking about. I think you're the next one to fall into that category. I think you're reachable. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit, Lee. And we're gonna rein you in. What do you think? What do you think about that? We're gonna purify your sources, bro. Now, Lee, were you here when we watched the video about why, government doesn't represent the people? Did you see that video? And why I'm calling them misrepresentatives? We don't have representatives, we have misrepresentatives. That tweet already got 7 likes, guys. Thank you. It got 5 retweets. Thank you. Thank you. Now hit the next one. Biden gave America herpes and Trump gave it syphilis. Send that one to Ron Placone. He'll laugh his ass off. Send that to Graham Elwood. He'll laugh his ass off if you guys retweet that at Graham Elwood. Or Lee Camp. They'll love those. Those are great jokes. I'm a great joke writer, man. Biden gave America herpes and Trump gave it syphilis. Do you love it? You realize the basis of that. America's getting fucked by the presidents. You get it? You get the whole herpes, syphilis thing? No? Okay. Go ahead and send that off. They'll get it. Those comedians will get it. They'll totally get it. The Vatican security is the Swiss Guard. The CIA is based in Switzerland. Has always been one world. The actors, politicians. Yeah! The Catholic Church, bro. They control everything, man. You're right. Just watch The Godfather. They demonstrate that so well when you see that the church is involved with the gangsters, with the mob. All right. No law regarding cannabis. You guys go retweet my 2 latest tweets, man, and send them to people. Retweet them at people, man. They're really good tweets. All right. Go ahead, man. Go crazy on Twitter for me right now while I do this dab. Cheers. And when you come back, I'll blow you some smoke rings. Because that's how long it takes to hit like and retweet on Twitter. Who's going to do it? So, you guys heard that Paulie from The Sopranos died. I can't wait till I'm old and and get my wings like Paulie. I can't wait till I'm old and get my wings like Paulie. So 15 million people. We need shirts that say 15 million on them. Hashtag 15 million. $15 million will change America. Pass it on. Did I spell 15 right? F-I-F-T? 15. I don't know. I hope I spelled everything right. I can't tell. I'm too tired. Okay, Google. How do you spell 15?
15 is spelled F-I-F-T-E-E-N.
It just seems so easy. That's how I spelled it. Hashtag 15 million will change America, man. I'm going to make shirts that say 15 million. Let's start a thing, man. You guys go to my... You guys, can you tweet with me while I... Let me know in the chat. This is what I want to know. How many of you... Press number 1 if you're able to do this. Press number 1 if you're watching me on your TV or a computer or a laptop or a tablet and you've got your cell phone with Twitter on it sitting nearby. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're watching me on some other device and you have the ability to download Twitter on your smartphone, which you're not watching the show on. Let me know how many of you are watching on a TV or you're watching on another device. If you're not watching on a smartphone right now, press number 1 in the chat. Are all of you guys watching on your phones? Because I watch podcasts on my phone in the morning. Yeah, every morning I use my phone. I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the shower. It's awesome. I've got this clear glass shower, bro. I put the counter's right across from the shower. I put the phone right up on and I can see. My shower in California had like a blurry door on it, so you couldn't see through it. I have to open the door once in a while if I want to see what was going on the phone. But so how many 1s can I get? So Holly, you have the ability to be on Twitter while you can live tweet with me while we're doing the show, because I'm live tweeting right now. You guys see I'm using a computer and I've got Twitter up on one screen and I've got you guys up on the other screen, and I'm able to tweet. Only have landline, but it's easy to open a second window or tab. Yeah, if you're on your computer, you can do that. And I would just love it if, I could get you guys to go like and retweet all my tweets while I'm tweeting them. While we're doing the show. You guys can go over to Twitter and watch me while I'm tweeting. You can literally see my tweets pop up. I got 20 notifications all of a sudden. Cannabis Heals retweeted my tweet. Josh Becraft and 2 others liked my tweet. Holly Hornay, Pee Wee Lee, following both of you. Following Josh Becraft, Billy Bone. We don't have representatives, we have misrepresentatives. That was liked by Cannabis Heals. It was liked by Rox1 SMF. It was liked by Young Dolph. It was liked by GLO1. It was liked by Pee Wee Lee. Thank you, Pee Wee Lee. It was liked by Holly Hornet. Thank you, guys. Look at you guys liking my tweets. Now retweet them too. You guys are doing it, man. I don't know what to say. You guys are over there. You guys are able to do that shit. Pee-wee. I'm all like, yo, Pee-wee, are you a shit lib, bro? So this person was tweeting at me an hour ago, and I said, come to my podcast and I'll explain. And they wanted to know if I could expand on climate. I would love to expand on climate. We haven't talked about that in a while. I know a lot about it. Do you guys know what's going on in Sri Lanka right now? So this is getting thicker. My oil. I really have collected a good amount here. Still smell alcohol, but it's, man, I'm telling you, the alcohol smell is almost gone. It's not like astringent anymore. It's like, it doesn't like, you know. Wow, bro. That was just, man, all the alcohol's just about purged out. Holy shit. I can still smell it just a little bit. This is amazing. So now it just probably needs to be stirred, you know, and agitated to just get the last of the alcohol out. What is that? I'm going to show you what this is. Check this out. Oops. So this is what's left. You can see the lines where it's purged off. This is the oil that's left, and it comes out of this bubbler. So as I smoke dabs, and I only use oil, dabs in this bubbler. And I dump the water out, and then inside here and inside there, there's reclaim oil that gets built up inside, and then I put isopropyl alcohol. Right, you smoke flower, so you wouldn't be able to do this, but you could take your flower and concentrate it into oil. Then you'd be able to do this. You know, you learn how to concentrate your flower. But anyway, you could just strip it out into, and then you pour the alcohol solution into this, and this is what comes out. And then you just purge off the alcohol, and you're left with just this, just oil. And I take that, and then I use a small concentrate, 1% concentration of that black oil, and I make this paint oil that everybody loves so much. Triage oil. Can't wait till I'm older, get my wings like Paulie. We lost Paulie, guys. We lost Sonny and we lost Paulie. Isn't that crazy? Dude, we're going to lose a third gangster? What are you, is it come in threes? Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. First Sonny, now Paulie. Which gangster will be the third? Dude, they always come in threes. Oh my god. You made hash before using an iron and wax paper? Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're doing it. You're switching rosin, bro. So you take that rosin and you can heat it up to 275 degrees and just use it as the base for paint oil. Or you can smoke it and then reclaim it because then it's already hot enough. That's even funner that way. And then you get the best of both worlds. You get to smoke it and you get to use it for paint oil. Holy moly. It doesn't get any better than that. Right? I was playing piano earlier today. My mom told me to turn it down. I was working on a couple of songs and practicing some shit that I didn't know I need to learn. And some other shit that I used to know that I've forgotten. Trying to relearn. Trying to remember what key even some of these songs are in. And, my voice is not there at all. So, I'm hoping that Socialism S4A is coming in the chat. I'm hoping you're here. If you're watching, man, you can just tweet at me and just tell me that you're watching. And then I'll tell you all about climate change. I'll tell you everything I know. And you're gonna hate it, but don't hate the messenger. A lot of my information comes from somebody named Dr. Guy McPherson. He's available all over the internet. NatureBatsLast.com. Nature Bats Last channel on YouTube, and he does like a weekly upload where he'll do like a live podcast. You could pay and join his channel, and you can ask him questions in the chat, and he'll answer them live. And if you have, technical questions about anything that I'm about to tell you, he can clarify anything as long as the questions are reasonable. He'll answer almost anything, I had a crazy question for him. I was wondering if extracting oil out of the ground was somehow taking lubrication, because oil works as a lubricant, right? Underground, maybe it does the same thing. And if we pull all the oil out of the ground, does that mean that the earthquakes, the ground grinds together and causes worse earthquakes or something? And I asked him that, and you know what he said back to me? He said the amount that we pull out wouldn't make a difference compared to what's down there. That's what he said. He responded, and I sent him an email and asked him, and he emailed me right back, which is really cool too, But I've every once in a while I have questions, Like you may have heard about the Mirrors project, where they want to put a bunch of mirrors on Earth and reflect sunlight back up into the atmosphere, and I thought that was probably a good idea. And yeah, he thought that was legitimate, But it's probably not going to happen, and it might be too late, and Yes, Oscar, that's true. According to Dr. Guy McPherson, the world ended a couple of years ago. It's true. But hey, man, Oscar, if he's off by a few years, I mean, can you still tell that it's getting worse? Can you tell it's getting hotter? Can you tell, that the storms are getting stronger, that you're getting more severe rain events, that you're seeing landslides in areas, you're seeing the pine beetle destroy forests that are 200 years old? Are you able to see all that, bro? Are you able to see, what's going on with the water drying up in California towns? In a Colorado town has just lost all their water. The lakes are all going down. You think that's all going to come back? What do you think, Oscar? I mean, he may have had the processes out of order, and he might have the timeline wrong. But do you deny his facts? Yeah, I'll admit that his timeline was off. But ask the people in Sri Lanka how they feel about climate. Or ask the people in Colorado, that Colorado town, or the California town that doesn't have water anymore. Those are Americans with no water, bro. Are you going to answer anything that I said? Like a single question that I asked you? That's weird, huh? Sri Lankan President Rajapaksa flees after protesters enter residence. Yeah, man, that's what's going on in Sri Lanka. Oh, it's getting worse, but his certainty of making predictions tells me a lot about him. Because you know everything about people. So, you're obviously the foremost judge of people. Yeah, you're no climate denier? Yeah, I hope not. I mean, you're more worried about who Guy McPherson is than the science that he has uncovered, that he's got more than 60 global climate feedback loops that he can expose, that no one was talking about except for him. Paul Beckwith is okay. I followed him on Twitter for a long time. He's okay, but he's no Guy McPherson. Paul Beckwith thinks that we can save the planet. Oscar, do you think we can save the planet? You think we can reverse climate? What's going on? You think that it's going to get cooler? Do you think that we're going to reduce CO2 emissions in our lifetimes? Do you think that species are going to stop going extinct? Like I said, his timeline might be off, but it certainly does seem like it's headed that direction, doesn't it? I'm saying that things are bad. Right. And, a lot of the information that Dr. Guy McPherson has produced out there in his writings affords for that. It proves that. It shows why. That information is all factual. Most of his research is other people's research that he just shares with you, teams from other, universities and agencies that go out there and collect all this data and information. And then he's like, this is a global climate feedback loop right here, It's mostly not even his science. We're obviously living through an apocalypse. Well, I think the whole point of an apocalypse is nobody lives, bro. I think everybody dies. I don't think we're going to live through it. You know, there won't. What Dr. Guy McPherson said is, see, you're not listening to him because you think he's a quack. See, this is your problem. This is why you're going to fail. Okay, listen. You can't survive without things to eat. All the things that people will eat are going to die. The only thing that people will be able to eat will be other people. We don't have time to come up with like a perfect food that we can just print, you know, and mass produce. There's no solutions. People have looked across the board at you know, because if you come up with a solution that's going to save the planet, bro, you're going to be Jesus fucking Christ, right? You think we're sentenced to play Russian roulette? Well, I think Russian roulette's a bad analogy. You know, I think we're sentenced to death. I think that's a better analogy. We're sentenced to death like a prisoner on death row. Earth is on death row. You know, we're not playing Russian roulette because Russian roulette you could survive. No, we're a prisoner sitting on death row, and they're with no chance of getting out. Well, the governor's already hung up and refused your final plea. You're going to the fucking electric chair, you know? And every day we add bullets to the magazine. Okay, well, no, I'm with you. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're adding bullets, but it's going to be a full fucking, a full clip there. It's not a magazine. You don't play Russian roulette with a magazine. You're so funny. Oh, it's got to be a revolver. So you can spin that motherfucker. Zzz. That's how you play it. Haven't you ever seen Deer Hunter, bro? God, that's an intense scene, isn't it? Damn, this chat is delayed. Life is a sentence of death. I understand what... No, I'm talking about the whole planet, bro. I'm talking about your babies, bro. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about your grandkids. That's who I'm talking about. They don't get to live full lives. That's what I'm talking about. I understand what breadbasket region failure is. And there's so much more, Oscar, right? It's not just breadbasket region failure. There's so much more, right? I mean, look at the oceans, bro. That's the largest source of food on the planet for humankind is the ocean. Did you know that? It's poisoned, man. It's got plastic in it. All the fish are dying in the ocean. Imagine if the whole ocean goes extinct. Do you know how fast we're losing species on the planet, Oscar? Have you looked at this? Have you looked at our... Oscar, you're not socialism for all on Twitter, are you? That'd be so cool if you were. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly who I wanted to have this conversation with. Now you think you know the future with 100% certainty, just like McPherson thought a few years ago. Bro, it's math, man. It's not me, man. It's the math. See, you're accusing me of saying I know something with 100% certainty. It's just math. I know that's my second language. You're not socialism for all on Twitter, are you, Oscar? You can refresh this live stream to catch up, and the chat will be faster for you. Just hit refresh on the live stream. Okay, I guess you're not socialism for all on Twitter. You probably would have answered me yes. Rogie, are you flipping your ears around? You gotta clean your ears again. Maybe with peroxide this time. I need bigger swabs for his ears, man. Because my daughters are 6 and 3. I don't think I'll get to have grandkids. Okay, but your kids, bro. But your children. They're that age. They're grandkid age, you know, for a lot of people. And, you know, I'm having a hard time talking to you because you're not answering my questions that I'm asking you. Try refreshing the live stream so we can be up in time with each other. To figure out spilling oil and dumping waste in the ocean will kill fish. Yeah, that and so many other things that are going on in the ocean. You know, they're literally just dumping garbage into the ocean in India. They're literally just backing dump trucks up to these bays in the ocean and just dumping garbage truck full of fucking garbage right into the fucking ocean, bro. They're just backing trucks up and doing that. You know, this article that Socialism for All put up says the craze for electric cars is actually making the climate crisis worse. You know, because it's the mining of the raw materials to make EVs requires a capital intensive, risky, and major source of greenhouse gases as well. Great, right? No, you need to understand the weakness of mathematics models applied to climate. All right, well, let me give you one. Let me give you a mathematic model, okay? Let me change my brightness here, and I'm going to explain it to you, okay? Check this out. Okay. There's a certain amount of species that go extinct every day. I wish Socialism for All was here. Because we're going to get into it right now, but literally starting the conversation live now. There's a very easy way to determine how many species go extinct in a year. Check new following on Twitter to see my handle. Profile, followers. Lefty from Poland? Yes, okay. Voldemort. Hell yeah, buddy. Is that your real name? That's cool. That's a cool name. Voldemort. It sounds like a name from the that shiz I can't think of from The Hobbit. Voldemort. Bro, you need a call-in app for such conversations. No, I don't. I don't need a call-in app because you have to sit here and let me talk, okay? I don't need you holding on while I'm going to sit here and educate you on something. That was fucking funny. No, you just need to sit and be quiet and listen to this, okay? You're going to learn something really fast. This is just a simple search on Google, okay? Watch. How many species go extinct every day?
According to panda.org, these experts calculate that between 0.01 and 0.1% of all species will become extinct each year.
According to two sources on Google, are you ready for this? They've got this, right? 150 species every day go extinct every day. And if you look at this, well, here's a little extinction chart for your viewing pleasure. This is if you, under the same search, this comes up. And it says, this is showing the rates of extinction throughout the years. And this gets into today. It just says 0. 50 years ago, then it goes 0. I'm assuming that's right now. You can literally see that the rate of extinction is increasing as well. You understand this, right? So you've got 150 species going extinct every day, and that number is increasing as well. Right? The number's increasing. So it's accelerating, right? Hopefully you understand that. That's what that chart proves, is that the rate of extinction is getting faster. Okay. If 150 species go extinct every day, if we go with the calculator and we go 365 days in a year, and we multiply that times 150, that equals 54,750 species. 54,750 species going extinct every year. Okay? 54,750. Now you ask Google another simple question. How many total species exist on Earth?
According to calacademy.org, 8,700,000 species.
So
That is a new, estimated total number of species on Earth. The most precise calculation ever offered was 6.5 million species found on land and 2 million dwelling in the ocean depths.
So you got 8.7 million species total. This is simple math, Oscar. Have you figured it out yet? Have you figured this out yet? We've got 54,750 species going extinct every year. There's only a total of 8.7 million species. Now you do the math, since you said you were good at math, right? Didn't you say it was your second language? Extrapolation is a weak method of predicting? Really? Just keep listening, okay? Let's just do the math, and then we'll talk about cascading extinction in 1 second. Hold on. I already told you that the rate's increasing. The rate of extinction is increasing. That's due to cascading extinction. But we're going to talk about that in a second. Let's move on. Watch. Let's say you got 8.54. Okay, 54. Let me see if I can open up a second calculator. Yes, great. Okay, so I've got a second calculator here. We're going to type in 8,700,000. Okay, we're going to type that in to our calculator. 8,700,000. 700,000 total species on the planet Earth, right? We're going to divide that by 54,750 species that die every year, right? 750. And that's going to give us 158.9. Okay, so let's just round that up to 159. Okay, it's 158.9. We'll just say 159. Let's grab another calculator here. Okay, this is simple math, bro. Simple math. Nothing complicated at all. And we'll say, what year is this? 2022 plus 159 equals 2181. That's the year 2181. Okay? That's 159 years from now. Now, if you think that when we hit the number 0 on this planet, it's gonna be that far away, you would be sorely mistaken, because this number accelerates due to cascading extinction. Now, what is that? That means that, yeah, that number is correct about how many species we lose every year, every day and every year. But what that number doesn't factor in is that when one of those species dies, it's going to eventually take out more species. And when those species die, they're going to take out even more species. So in addition to the already figured in accelerating extinction rate, you've also got cascading extinction that's increasing that, and that, none of that factors in climate change and the loops that are going on that are going to be wiping out species even faster. Famine, fire, the acidification of the oceans, the pH balance going off, mass migrations of entire populations of fish going from, north to south or south to north. Everything's going to die. It's going to happen fast. And this math is a very, very weak representation of what's really going to happen. It's already happening. And it's happening faster. And those numbers that Google produces, those are from a study from 2011, man. Do you think it's even worse now? So, you can say, extrapolation and whatever, bro, but I'm just adding the facts of what's going on. All I didn't guess. There's no factor that was involved in anything I did that was guesswork or whatever. Those are just facts, man. The problem is that you assume that things will follow current trend. No, they're going to accelerate. They're going to accelerate, bro. They are accelerating. While I think that is most probable, right? I think that assumption itself is a fallacy. Okay, well, you're a douchebag, but I love you anyway. You should come to my show all the time, man. You should come to my show all the time, man. You can push back all you want. I'm just going to prove you wrong. And I can do it with simple math, and I'm horrible at math. You're with me, Big? You got that? Big Merc got it. Honeybees die, we die. Yeah, does this figure in honeybees? Does that figure in a species that when one certain species die, a whole bunch of shit's gonna fucking die all of a sudden? There's gonna be mass die-offs. Does this figure that in? No, it doesn't. It doesn't figure that in at all. This is a study from 2011. They didn't even know what climate feedback loop were when we were talking about that shit. And they weren't aware of it when they did that study. They didn't factor it in, that's for sure. These numbers are so... I guess the word would be, they're so, would it be conservative? Would that be the right term to use in this case? I'm not sure. They are way more, what I'm trying to say here, I'm just going to say in straight talk. These words, these numbers are way more of an estimation than what's gonna happen, because they don't factor in so many other things. Simple math proves me right, proves you wrong. I mean, you can try to say extrapolation, you can say assumption. You know, I'm gonna have to remember those in debates, man, because that's some good straw manning you're doing there. But it's really hard to come up with a straw man argument against data that I don't even come up with myself. I didn't come up with any of this myself. I Googled every single number and I used a calculator. Hey Google, go fuck yourself. Working on it. Time out. Yeah. Is pouring trash into the ocean part of this study? You know, is Donald Trump allowing and Joe Biden allowing oil drilling all over the fucking oceans again? Is that figured in? Another oil spill? Is that figured in? You know? Is temperature figured into any of this? Is sea level rise figured into any of that? Chopping down trees isn't an assumption. Pouring trash isn't an assumption. I don't get it. I don't get it. Chopping down trees. I feel like an idiot right now for not knowing what you mean. I wonder why my numbers were off by 3 years. Isn't that weird? Why were my numbers off by 3 years? I got 2181 instead of 2178. Dude, was it that long ago? No. It would be less than... No, wait. The date wouldn't change. Right, the date wouldn't change. We used the same numbers. Should I have done 158.9 instead of 159? I rounded up. That may have been it. Maybe if I did 158.9, it would have come out to 2178. 158.9. Okay, 2022. Okay, 2022 plus 158.9 equals, no, 2022 plus 158.9 equals 2180.9. Huh. How did I get 2178, I wonder? It was always 150. I always did the lowest number. Oh, and Oscar, there's something else I need to tell you. Little straw manning. I haven't straw manned you a single time. Yeah, you did. Bro, you straw man argument me twice. You totally straw man me. When you said, I think that assumption itself is a fallacy, that's the second time you did it. And the first time you straw man me was when you said extrapolation is a weak method of predicting. That's straw man arguments, bro. And I proved you wrong. So those are real straw man arguments in this case. In addition to the fact that there was another factor that wasn't considered into this, a big one. And that is this, man. I went with 150 species every day. Do you know that study said anywhere from 150 to 300 species go extinct every day? 300 they went up to. And I said, well, we'll do the lowest number, 150. So it's even worse than what my math predicts. Right? You can't straw man through that. But yeah, you straw man me twice. Totally. It had, you know. That's why I said, yeah, I got to remember that shit next time I'm in a debate so I can straw man my opponent. You know? With that silly shit. Talking to Oscar, he says this is all assumptions by Yune. I'm not assuming anything. We lose 150 species every day. Google that shit. Go read the study from the Australian scientists that conducted the study in 2011. I went and I looked at the study. That's why I know that. It was legit. That's unsustainable. If we have 8.7 million species total, that's unsustainable. And there's another thing that this thing doesn't factor in. That's which species are we losing? Because what's going to happen when we lose wheat? What's going to happen when we lose corn? What's going to happen when we lose rice? Think about it. And all of a sudden, these numbers get real small, real fast. And it's not going to be 2178 or 2180 or whatever. It's going to be 2055. You know, just wait. Your kids are in for a hell of a fucking future. You think supply chain is an issue now? Dude, try no supply chain. You know, there's one for you. My mom thought I was crazy. I was like, Mom, we need to get solar on this house. She's like, no, we don't. We've got a generator. I said, what about when the power really goes out and it never comes back on? She's like, that's not going to happen. Really? Oh, great. So when there's mass chaos in the world and people are rioting in the streets, you know, all the nice people at the power companies are going to stay there to do their jobs. They're going to go back and forth and do all the maintenance on the lines. They're going to repair when there's a power outage. They're going to be there in their little trucks with their little lifts, and they're going to go up there and they're going to fix the cables for us. No. All those people are going to disappear. All of that infrastructure is going to disappear. All of those tools used to repair that shit is going to be stolen and stripped, and if there's anything drivable, it's going to disappear. The fuel will be sucked out of the gas tanks. You know, any tools in those trucks will be taken. You know, they'll be used to blockade roads and shit. We're talking real doomsday end of the world shit today, man. It's a Saturday, man. I'm purging, bro. See how my purge is going, bro. How liquidy is my purge, bro? Still smells like alcohol, bro. I can see it on the top, bro. Gotta keep purging, bro. Keep the purge, bruh. Gotta keep the purging, bruh. Now, like I said, I tried to light it on fire and I couldn't set it on fire. I bet my torch would set it on fire, though. Fire. I couldn't light it on fire with a lighter. I wouldn't be surprised the torch would set it on fire. Billy! But what happens if we have an extinction level event that would accelerate the clock? Of course, Big Merc. None of that's factored in. Yep, best thing we can do is teach kids to garden correctly and learn how to filter water. Good morning. I agree. Learn how to filter water or live on a spring that doesn't need it, because your water filter, your spring is putting out ppms at 270. My spring water is 270. My creek is 270 ppms. The pH in my creek is 6.3. My creek water, 6.3 pH, ppms 270. That was yesterday. I'll check again today. I got new meters coming today, and I'll be checking with the new meters too. I'm really enjoying this water testing. There was a warning, Billy Bong says, there was a warning put out yesterday for rolling blackouts to come, because energy companies can't get basic supplies and transformers. What state are you in, Billy Bong? It was a statewide warning. At one time, there was no supply chain. It says Cannabis Heals, right? Oh, there was a supply chain, Cannabis. You know what it was? It was from the food that you picked, the berries that you picked off a tree from your hand into your mouth. The supply chain was your hand. It's just grown. Now the supply chain has grown, but at one time, there's always been a supply chain, bro. It just started with the human hand. You assume that this trend will stay the same in time and we will not do anything via extrapolation. There is no straw man here. Oscar, what you think there's a solution to stopping mass extinction, bro? All across the board? What do you think? What's your solution, Oscar? When are you going to plant along the river? It's screaming for it. Yeah, it's not private enough. And plus, we have deer, and with human proliferation, the world is fucked. I've got the most beautiful place to put a garden. It's right here, behind me. It's fenced in area, you know, where I could put a garden and shit. Yeah, I fenced it in, but we still have a problem with bears and shit too. They just run shit over, bro. They don't care about fences. With human proliferation, the world is fucked. Yeah, like I said, none of this considers, you know, the damage that humans are doing right now. None of this. That study doesn't take that into consideration. You know, they were just basically talking about this is exactly when we're counting how many species are dying every day. This is how many species are dying, anywhere between 150 and 300 every day. Thank you for a conversation. Have a great day. All right, Oscar, come back. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button so you get notified, and hit the notifications so you get notified every time I go live. And make sure you follow me on my big channel on YouTube with 60, yeah, I'm dreaming, with 25,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate that. It's called Nays Garden too, but it's called Nays Garden. But just make sure that's the one you subscribe to. I'd be planning, and turn notifications on for. I'd be planning lots of things mosquitoes hate. They're going to kill us all. Oh no, they've come out with some kind of an anti-mosquito that goes out and populates mosquitoes, and then they don't bite anymore. I guess they just die. Advise the state to be ready for rolling outages. North Dakota. Arkansas officials are preparing emergency energy conservation measures. This was in the Washington Post. Wow. Holy shit, bro. That's crazy. $8.7 million according to 3 sources. Isn't that great? So I've got sources behind my math. You know? People think I'm fucking crazy. People try to say extrapolation. People try to say, you know, first he tells me how great math is, and then he tells me, oh yeah, I don't believe in math. What? Because it's not just about the math, man. It's about all those factors that are also making it worse and accelerating it even worse that aren't factored in. Oh my God, man. You have to be, I mean, like he said, and I'll quote him, he said, you assume that the trend will stay the same in time, and we will not do anything. You think some miracle Musk type figure is gonna step up and solve it all? It's not just one problem. This mega genius that you're hoping is gonna come along and solve all of our issues, he's got a whole bunch of fish to fry, bro. So let's hope they're working on it right now. Because the money grab and the laissez-faire attitude that all of these politicians are doing all around the world, it's obvious that they believe this too, that they know we don't have a lot of time left. They're going, you know what? You don't have time to catch me now, motherfucker. because the world's coming to an end. So I just want to be comfortable for the last few years that we're going to be left here. And fuck everybody else. That's what they're doing right now. That's what all these politicians are doing. Yeah, we've got great sanctions. You're fucking destroying the goddamn planet, you stupid fucking cunt bitch. If a human can solve it all, then you can. But we're not. I know. We're not solving it. They said tigers, elephants, and rhinos would be gone. There's still hope. When you were a kid, oh, they'll be gone. They'll be gone. Don't worry. Just give it a little time. They'll be gone. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you know, one species of one of those that you said has gone extinct. Here, let's find out. Okay, Google. How many species of tigers have recently gone extinct?
3 extinct species. According to Wild Animal Safari, 3 extinct species of tigers. These include the Caspian tiger, the Bali tiger, and the Javan tiger.
Huh. It's kind of funny, huh, Lone Wolf? You want me to do elephants next, bro? You know, maybe use Google, Lone Wolf, before you put a post like that on my podcast. So I'll ask again, you want me to do elephants next? You think there's only one species of these things, guys? You think there's only one kind of elephant? You think there's only one kind of tiger? You think there's only one kind of rhino? Lone wolf and cub. There's still tigers alive on Earth. Yeah, there are tigers alive on Earth. But some species of tigers have gone extinct, just like they told you. And for you to sit there and act like, oh, you know, some tigers are still alive. Oh, okay, dude. Yeah, okay. Great point, man. Great point. I just eviscerated you. Let's do elephants next. Okay, Google. How many species of elephants has recently gone extinct?
Here are some pictures that match.
I didn't ask for pictures. Oh, it didn't get it. Okay, Google. How many species of elephant have recently gone extinct?
Check out these pictures.
Okay. Look at all these pictures. Okay, Google. How many species of rhinoceros have gone extinct recently?
According to World Wildlife Fund, but the western black rhino and northern white rhinos have recently become extinct in the wild.
Oh,
The
wow.
only 2 remaining northern white rhino are kept under 24-hour guard in OL Pejeta Conservancy in Kenya.
Huh. Wow. Your rhinos are almost gone too, buddy. Oh, but there's still rhino alive. There's a rhino alive. Go ahead. Come and tell me that there's still a rhino alive, bro. There is one in a conservatory somewhere. Can I just say this? And all my audience is going to appreciate this. You're a fucking idiot. You doubled down, bro. And I just keep throwing the facts on you. It's hilarious. You want to do another one next? You want to do penguins next? Or seals? Or we could do, you know, birds? Oh, yeah, there's still birds that are alive, but I wonder how many species have recently gone extinct of bird. You might find that list to be a little bit longer. Or fish. You know, do a little research, man. Truth hurts. I'll be in and out of course. The usual. Have a great day. In and out of course. All right, Coasty Toasty. TCT. Treasure Coast. Happy Saturday, said Rocks. Oh man, it's almost all gone. There's still a trace of alcohol in there, man. I'm doing really good though. I want to make sure. I have a feeling it's going to be completely coagulated though. It'll be like really, really thick because all my oil is like that. I have a feeling there is still a good amount, enough to keep it watery. You know? I'm just going to keep exposing it to air. Keep moving it or agitating it, you know? If I stirred it, went extinct. But since climate change is a thing, we lost proboscideans, including mastodon and mammoth, pygmy elephants, and dwarf mastodons. Wow. That's why the elephant thing was just bringing up pictures. Here's some pictures of some nice elephants. Oh. What about this one? Okay, Google. What's the most popular animal to recently go extinct?
According to Safari's Africana, estimated extinction date, 2020. In 2020, the IUCN declared that the splendid poison frog was extinct. Sadly, that makes the splendid poison frog one of the most recently extinct animals on the planet.
You want a dwarf elephant, but now they're gone. You could get a dwarf horse, bro. They still got Shetland ponies. Idiots probably will be first. Idiots will probably... Yeah. Okay, Google. What species of sharks have recently gone extinct?
According to Natural History Museum, we know that Megalodon had become extinct by the end of the Pliocene, when the planet entered a phase of global cooling. Precisely when the last Megalodon died is not known.
Sharks live
but
forever,
evidence
motherfucker.
suggests that it was at least 3.6 million years
You
ago.
find a shark that's gone extinct, you gotta go all the way back to that fucking Megalodon. That is hilarious. I'll tell you why that thing went extinct. There wasn't enough food to sustain it, I bet. I bet there was a lot more fish in the ocean when that thing was around, you know? And they just ate themselves into extinction, I bet. Because what's going to kill a fucking Megalodon? Which is a giant great white shark, which is like the size of a whale. Could you imagine seeing one of those? Miniature horses are assholes. Killers, not kidding. Overbreeding equals brain problems. Gators? Alligators? The northern white rhinoceros. Oh, there is a rhino that's gone extinct. Yeah, the northern white. Yeah, we knew that. We looked that one up. It's macaw. Thylacine and the the passenger pigeon. For sport, we killed those things. Idiots. I think people used to eat them too. My mom got me a book on extinction when I was a little kid. So I learned all about it at a very early age. going to give it the smell test again. Loch Ness Monster. Wow, dude. There's almost no alcohol left in this that I can detect. It's what a difference since I started this show to right now. Wow. Humans with IQs over 90. There's a few photographs of them, but they're always blurry. Well, there's you, Billy. Here we go again. I'm huffing. Not if there's no fumes left, and I don't smell any more fumes, man. I think it's all good. Yeah, I know. No, I don't think there's any more alcohol left. I don't smell it anymore. I mean, just to be safe, man, I'll probably let this sit longer and purge it longer. It smells more like raisins than it does like alcohol, you know? No, I don't smell any isopropyl in here, man. I am, I can see a film, and I have a feeling that film is still residual, but my nose just can't detect it anymore. So I'm just going to keep spreading it out like this, letting that film be exposed to the air, and it will, particle by particle, man, it will keep evaporating right off the top of the oil. And I'll keep moving it around, getting it thicker and thicker. And, if it coagulates fully, then I'll know, And maybe I'll wait for it to do that. And then I will show you guys where it's at as we do this. I don't know what day this is that we started this. We started this, 4 or 5 days ago, maybe more. It's like a little class experiment. Wow, I am so happy with this. One more day at least. Yeah, I'll let it sit. And then I'll transfer it into this. I'm going to smell this for alcohol. No alcohol smell in this. But it's not a bad idea to leave this sitting open anyway for residual alcohol evaporation as well before I put the other oil on top of it. But I'll leave that sitting open. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show this morning. We will do an afternoon show. It is almost 11. So say 3 or 4, like a 4:20 show maybe today. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go and look at the creek and shit. All right? I'm going to go look at that spring. I'm going to go fuck off. I love you guys. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. Do I have any hashtag check your coffee. Hashtag check your coffee. Hashtag check your kafefi. I'm slowly sipping it, so you know I'm rooting for y'all. Oh boy, let me just stretch my legs out. Maybe I'll sit a spell longer with y'all. I'll sit a spell longer with y'all, but hey, I get to take my shirt off. How about that? I did 100 push-ups this morning. I did 100 push-ups this morning. Hey, man, this is what doing 100 push-ups can do for you. If you can do 100 push-ups in the morning. It can make, what was absolutely, I could have never taken my shirt off during a live stream before into something that I can actually take my shirt off on now. That's what 100 push-ups can do for you. So work your way up, man. I did 2 sets of 50. I'm doing 2 sets of 50, and let me tell you, I can't go far past 50. I haven't tried, but the other day I may have done 52 or 53 on my last set. But if I wait like 2 minutes between sets, maybe 3 minutes, then I go back, I can do the other 50. Orangutans are about to go extinct. That's sad. Okay, Google. How many primates have recently gone extinct?
Showing pictures that match.
None, I guess. You can do 15 a set? God, man. That's good. You're doing sets of 15, man. Yeah, man, keep working on that, bro. Keep increasing that number. Coyote Peterson planted a gorilla skull in the woods and pretended to find a Bigfoot skull. That's funny. So, I saw Jordan Peterson I saw one thing where Kyle Klinsky was talking to him about American politics. I don't want to hear American politics from that idiot. Other thing where he was talking about be a monster so you can be better, he said. That's what Jordan Peterson said. It doesn't even make sense. He's such a fucking idiot and a jackass. It's all over the news. Who's Coyote Peterson? You're 6'4", 185? I'm 5'9", and I think the last time I weighed myself, I was 185 and a half. So you and I are almost the exact same weight, and you're way taller than me. We're in the same weight class, bro. But you've got more reach. You'd kick my ass. Coyote Peterson is the host of Brave Wilderness, a show about animal bites. He lets shit bite him for science. Oh. Turn hands inward to have more power. Look how people do handsprings. Hands are inward. Inward? I use dumbbells to do push-ups. So my wrists are straight and my fingers are clenched around a dumbbell, and that helps me tense up my body while I'm doing the push-ups, which is something else I've just started doing. I get all tense, and then, as I'm getting down on the floor and I try to hold that posture while I'm doing the push-ups, it just seems to, I don't know, man, it seems to help a lot. You wouldn't fight me? Oh, you're sweet, Big Merc. Thanks, buddy. I still got Covfefe left, bro. You guys notice I'm posing for you? Hey, Joel Froggy, what's up, buddy? I've been starting to do these pull-ups now. We got a pull-up bar here, man, so I can do pull-ups, and I'm starting to bring my feet up as I do them too. My legs up to trying to bring them up to my chest to work on this. Work on my, my stomach muscles, man. I really want to get those stomach muscles. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not working hard at it, and that's a problem. If I would work harder, I'd get them faster. I should work at not eating sugar, because I snuck 2 cookies last night again. My mom saw me eating cookies. She's like, "Oh, you're eating cookies? I'm so happy." She's poisoning me with sugar, and she celebrates it, The cookies are so goddamn good. I wish there were sugar-free cookies. Dude, I used to get the sugar-free brownies in California. They were great, man. God. You need an ab stand. Yeah. There's no room in this house for one. My mom would kill me. Oh, wait. We might already have one in the workout room. We've got a workout room that I don't use. It might be an ab stand. It's got one of those things you put your hands on like this and you can do dips. Is that it? Let me know. You want me to go take a picture of it? I'll go take a picture of it. Let me show it to you. I'll be right back. Oh. I want to focus, man. The thing says Malibu Pro on it. Malibu Pro. And it says something underneath it. It says Malibu Pilates Pro. No. No answer. All right, you guys, I finished my Covfefe. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. I love y'all. It's beautiful outside. I want to get out there before it gets too hot because it's going to be very hot today. So, Google ab stand. It's upright. You lift yourself off the ground with your elbows and do straight leg lifts. Okay, cool. I'll look into it. Ab stand. Maybe I'll put one in there, man. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you this afternoon, 3-ish, 4-ish. Turn on notifications, but please come to Twitter and retweet, like, and comment on my stuff. And let's start a community over there on Twitter, guys, so we can all stay in touch with each other. Man, you know, I want to stay in touch with you. Look what happened to Young Z Harvey, man. You know, I want to be in touch with you guys. Something's wrong like that, so join the community over there. All right, love you guys. Take care. @Nays Garden on Twitter. Bye, y'all.